I am so excited because I've got a special guest with me this week. Robert Morris is with me. Not only was he a passenger on the train when I worked at Silver Dollar City, but he also worked at Silver Dollar City driving trams and spent several years working in Celebration City doing all sorts of stuff, from games to characters and even more. We're going to spend this week and next week talking with Robert. So I am really excited because one of the things I've had the opportunity to do through my videos is meet a lot of people, and I actually ran into Robert here, who has ridden on the train with me. He's worked at Silver Dollar City and Celebration City. He's traveling around as a musician now, and he's even done some incredible stuff on TV. Did you know he's done The Blessed Life? He didn't know he'd done The Blessed Life.
Yeah, me either.
No, this is somebody else. That's also Robert Morris, but a different Robert Morris.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm excited because we got him here today. We're going to talk about his time in the parks. You've heard a lot of my stories. Now we get to hear somebody else's stories. So we were talking, and you have worked as a character at Celebration City. You've worked driving parking lot trams. You've worked games,
Yep.
Including water balloon fights and a bunch of other stuff. And now you're working as a traveling magician.
Yep.
Around the country, which is really cool to me.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, my son and I have attempted a few little illusions here and there, and in fact, last time I tried to do a couple in service, I totally flubbed one up. But
I can probably help you with that if you need some help.
With everything that you've done, what was your favorite thing that you've done in the park so far?
Man, that's really a hard one. Let's see. Man, that's really hard because almost everything I've done is actually my favorite. From I started in games at Celebration City, and what's really great about it is I got really good at one. It was called the guessing game. You would stand on the scale and they would do the weight or the age. And what's really hilarious, they had a microphone, a little wireless headset, and still a lot of people were not used to that kind of thing, wireless, especially for a theme park. No one's in a game area. So I think the best one I liked is when I had that on and running that game. I'd go to a way where they couldn't see me behind something where I could see them and just kind of talk to them like, hey, come on up. And they think it's the game that's talking to them. And then I would, what's really hilarious is I would start calling out the colors of like whatever. Oh, no, I like your Captain America shirt or the Hulk or something, something that's on it. And they're like, oh, wow, yeah, step on up. And usually if a kid does it, they'll jump on it. And they would jump, and I go, ow, don't do that. And the parents are just looking around, and I walk out, and they start laughing, and people end up playing because it was just something entertaining. But the whole...
I can actually remember that game as a kid out in California. Same kind of thing. And, yeah, they had the person always talking and spieling. And
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun to be part of it. And actually, I was really good at the game. I actually could about 90% of the time I would get it right. There was only about 10% I would get it wrong. And I was stuck on that game because I could do that. They were like, how can you do that? I was pretty good at guessing it. And it really is guessing. There's no trick or anything. It was total guess. The games is what's more fun about it because I would, there was the other ones like the Derby race one. You remember the Derby ones? You would toss the ball up and go in the hole. I would do that, and what's really great, I did it just like a derby. I would. They had a microphone, and I got the microphone. They knew if I had a microphone, I would really make it fun. Because then I'll just take it and be like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, get ready. The horses are lining up at the gate, and they had the bells and the whistles and all that. All right, here we go, and they're off, and you hear the ding. There it is. There's horse one's out the gate. There it goes. And I mean, I would go constantly just through the whole game, just saying the numbers, and I'd make the numbers up like which one was in the lead, just because they were busy. Oh, no, now pass. Here they come around, final stretch, and man, it was. What's great about it is I would fill the whole roll up because people wanted to play because it was entertaining. There was very much entertaining, and because of that, I ended up going to another place they hired me to go to called Boxer Jocks. A lot of people know Rock'em Sock'em Robots, but they couldn't say that because of copyrights. They did Boxer Jocks, and it was hilarious because I would do the same thing. Let's get ready to rumble. And just hold it. Just hold it. And people are like, are you going to go anytime? Come on. So to really narrow it down on the memories, it's really hard because all of them are burned in my brain. Best way to to me, they're burned in my brain to always remember each one that happened. Especially doing characters, I end up doing characters and working with Terry Sanders.
Oh, yes.
Sanders, good friends. We end up becoming good friends and working together, doing characters and all that at Celebration City as well.
Now, if you've never been to Silver Dollar City, Terry Sanders is the character man. He's got Beulah. He's got the Marshal. He's got, I'm going to forget the name of the Undertaker character.
Mr. M.B. Balmer.
Yes.
M.B.
M. Balmer.
Yeah.
M.
M.B. Balmer.
The Colonel. Doc
Doc
Harris.
Yeah.
The creator of Wildfire.
Creator of Wildfire.
Plus he does shows in Branson. He's been on Hee Haw. So
yeah, Hee Haw. Yeah, the biggest one.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Terry Sanders is like the local celebrity.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And so got to work with him. He was the Barney. He plays Barney Five.
Barney
He does
Five.
one of the characters as Barney Five at the park, and so we end up being good friends and all that. So the whole experience just working in a park is just amazing.
I've never had the opportunity to work games, but games is so dependent upon that person working. And just as a guest going by the games things, you have some people work games that are just annoying.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have others that are fun. And then when you've got somebody who can make it fun, the money isn't even so much what's important. It's just
they forget about it.
Yep.
Each game I worked at, there's so many different games they had. Actually, there's one game that's actually at Silver Dollar City now. It's I don't know what they name it there at Silver Dollar City, but we call them Hit High or some sort. It's the one you take the hammer,
the sledgehammer,
and go all the way up. It's at Silver Dollar City now. And I would always do it, and especially if there's, couples there, young couples and stuff. I was like, come on, win a prize, win a prize. Now, at Celebration City, we were allowed to, kind of do like the Carnies did, kind of intimidate them and stuff. At Silver Dollar City wasn't kind of, you're not really allowed to do that, but you still can have fun with them. But at Celebration City, I always had fun, especially if there was like two couples there, like you're not going to let him beat, you or vice versa. And so they would start battling against each other. And it was just hilarious because the girls would be watching, like, come on. And they would their girlfriends would start
teasing each other,
and all that. So,
it's one of those things that, just working with the guests and interacting just is a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
And it's funny because, that's what I loved about doing the job. It's funny when I run into those people who don't like dealing with the guests.
Yeah.
Like my daughter was very much, I don't want to talk to them at all when she worked. But that's what made it fun for me, was being able to get in. And one of the things I really liked at the train Silver Dollar City is we were allowed to rib the guests. And, we had freedom to go ahead and tease them, and when they started asking questions, to just kind of yank them along a little bit. And I think we were one of the few places at Silver Dollar City that was actually allowed to tease the guests the way we did.
Yeah. I know the robbers used to do that when they go around to. It's been a while since I rode the train during the normal season. I was just there for the Christmas season. But I like how they would tease when they'd go around asking for gold and silver.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It was just hilarious.
That was one of the funniest things, especially if you get a little kid and, they'd have a hat and you take their hat and run off with it.
Yeah.
And things like that. So we had a ball doing that. So, of course, working games, you had a lot of fun moments. Do you remember any moments that were not so fun? Some guests that were just kind of a pain or a bad moment or something?
Bad moments, they got tossed out the window on me. Because I guess because I had so many good moments, I kind of forgot the bad moments. I mean, we would have people that think it was rigged or something or anything like that. And like sometimes it would be like they had a giant crane game there and they thought it, they should have won. Well, we'd give them another game or something. But not really bad experience. Now as a character, it was, you get bad experiences through that. Kid gets sick or you have to, call, but nothing really bad exactly.
Yeah, we haven't talked a lot about your character. Now, you did a character you said called Uh-Oh.
Yeah, Uh-Oh.
Now, in Disney terms, I guess Uh-Oh would be what we would call a face character because you could talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, face
So,
character.
in Silver Dollar City, in Celebration City, had a number of atmosphere characters. But basically, people who try to add into the atmosphere of the park, as well as a lot of kind of customer relations and stuff, too.
Yeah. The Celebration City mostly was talking. There was only one that wasn't talking, and that was the mascot for the wooden roller coaster they had at the time, called Ozark Wildcat. It was a big, bobcat, basically. It was a bobcat. And they would, I would walk around with that. That's how I kind of got started. They needed someone to walk around with the character. Well, I was like, well, I can't just walk around just as me. You know, you know, if I'm going to walk around, oh, let's make this as this is my pet. You know, it's kind of weird for, you know. I was like, what would be more weird is I'm a 5-year-old kid, because this is all set in the 30s, 40s, 50s era kind of thing. And so I went to the costume department, and I said, what can I pick for a costume? They're like, yeah, anything on the wall. I'm like, okay. So sure, why not? Whatever fits. What are you going for? I'm going for this. Okay, this will look, because I still do it. That's the great part about it. It's a striped shirt that was down from the boardwalk. So I used the shirt that I already had from the boardwalk games, and I used the black pants, and I got some suspenders and put them over, and then I got one of those. They look like derby hats for racers, like for horse jockeys.
Oh, okay.
You know, the little hats that are like striped, like white and red or green. This one was a red and green one. I had that on, and I found some 50s glasses, and they didn't have lens. I took the lenses out, so it made it even hilarious, because I put the glasses on, and they're like, man, those glasses make you look totally different. Take them off. We know who you are, but put them on. It's like, but it was hilarious. I could take the glasses off, and I would go, and I would rub them. And I go like that, and they're like, wow, that's some good glasses. Like, I know. And I would put my fingers through the lenses, and they're like, oh, and then they start laughing. That's how that character got developed. I've done other characters. I did one for the ride. The last year it was open, they had Roaring Falls, and I did a character of like Indiana Jones. But I wasn't named Indiana Jones, because I said, no, my name is Dingo. The dog's name's Indy. I mean, I did several characters, especially that character. I took a plush toy that it was like nobody wanted. It was like the last item. They're like, here, you have it. Go use it. And so I'll take it, and I sewed it up to a little remote control car. And I got a little dog house to cut out where it could, and I'd go like that, and I'd hit it, and I would have the remote control behind, because it was just like a simple push, pull one, and I would have it, and I have like a gun and all that, and I used to do a good accent, like Australian accent and all that, and can't do it anymore. I wish I could.
It's
but
amazing how hard accents are.
Yeah.
I've had people, even when I do my dumb guest videos, and I've had a couple people comment, why is it always a southern accent? Because that's the easiest one for me to do.
Yeah. So I would hit the button, and the door would be closed, but it would hit. And so it looks like a real little alligator running around.
That's funny.
And I'd be chasing it. And it was more funny to the staff, because they thought it was hilarious. The staff is laughing more than the guest star. I'm like, okay. I mean, I would do some crazy stuff. I did like Terry does the Scarecrow at Silver Dollar City.
Yes.
I got permission from him, because he started doing that, and I got permission, and I created one for Celebration City, and I would, right in when they came through the gate, I would sit on this hay rail and go like that, and I would actually act like like they moved the sensors, and I would get up and just kind of start going like that, and then go back to the way I was laying. They're like, oh, okay, that's cool. And they would get up, and I would get up after they passed, walk behind them, go, how you doing? And I had the full mask, just like Terry, Terry does. I have a full mask on, and they just scream and jump up. They would run, I don't know how far, and it was more hilarious. The manager, the big bosses at the parks would watch this, and they would crack up laughing, because they would have more fun than I was. And it was just, the whole experience, just doing the goofiest stuff and getting paid for to be goofy was actually really cool. And I still get paid to be goofy, because what I do now. So I would always have fun with the guests. They would always ask me questions or something like that, and I could answer them. And they were asking, like, when's the 9:00 showing of the water shoot? I said 9:00.
That's like what time's the 3 o'clock parade?
Yeah, it's like, what time is the 3 o'clock?
Yes.
When's the high noon show? High noon? Stuff like that.
And it's amazing because they're serious when they ask this, not having any clue how goofy it is.
Or which way is it? Especially if you're like looking at the ride, you're facing the ride and they're facing you. And like, where's like, say like the Ozark Wildcat, even though it was easy to find. Yeah. But there's like, so where's this, Ozark Wildcat is, behind me. No, I'm just kidding. It's behind you. Yeah. And they're like, oh, that's it? Yeah, that's it. Like,
yeah, that big wood structure there? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed this time talking with Robert about his time working at Celebration City and the other parks. Be sure to tune in next week, the next episode, when we talk with him more about other things that he did in the parks, as well as what he's doing now, traveling around, and some special things that he brought as well. You'll have a lot of fun. It's going to be a neat episode, so be sure to tune in for that one. Thank you so much for watching, too. I appreciate all of you. I'd love to hear your comments and feedback on it. Be sure to leave it below in the comments. Hit that like and share button as well. I'd so appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do, and hit that bell notification so you can get all the notifications when I have new videos. Check the description, too, for links to my Facebook page, my Patreon. Thank you to my patrons and my supporters. My store with the merchandise in it as well. And I've also got a link to Robert's website where he's traveling on tour with his magic show.
If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button right there. If you'd like to see another great video of mine, there's a good one right there for you. And if you'd like to be like these wonderful people and support me on Patreon, hit that link right there. Thanks so much.